Yeah, just put these on. Fortunately I had to undo all of the gubbins over there to get in, take the bottom off, turn them upside down. The feet were pretty easy to do, but what you're looking for, if you're looking to
stop touching things,
second hand or Technics decks in particular, you take off all of this assembly. Slip mats aren't really the platter, yeah, and then you get the 5 screws.
Stop touching things.
And then you're looking in particular power supply, fuse board, main board. Underneath hither you should see that the connection to from the fuse board, which is there, to the main board, they are hand wound, machine wound. Look at those 2 poles, they're not soldered. Sometimes you'll get a Mark V turntable that will have Mark II or other parts inside, and you'll see a discoloration between the boards themselves. You can see mine are exactly the same colour. So just a quick little word to the wise, that for the money that you can pay for these items, you know, I've had these since brand new. Might be upside down there. I did say I want to show it in horizontal, but you can clearly see sometimes on the print there will be a space next to where it reads the model number. You look at that font, sometimes you'll get a respray on the deck itself, or something's been swapped with the base unit to the top, as they do come apart, you know, if you're so inclined. And you'll find the Frankindecks contain mixed models with regards to fuse, power supply, main board. Also there's a telltale sign with the
stop touching things
potentiometer there, that's with the cross on it that says pitch. Come on, yeah, there. So that won't be like that, that will be newer. And just generally I'm giving them a spruce as I've put some different feet on, and I've been doing a bit of a workaround. If you are going to take these apart as well, I will show you just quickly what I did. This is I drew a crude version of what it looks like underneath, and then I put the X's where the screws were coming out, and as I removed the screws from the base of the unit, I put the screw and I pressed it in, so then I didn't lose where they go, and they don't get, you know, they don't get lost physically rolling around. And that was the underside of the deck itself. So interesting way of doing this. Why have I done this? Why am I going live and showing you the work and talking about the interior, what to spot when you are going on eBay or other such online marketplaces and buying parts, buying items with swapped parts and Frankindecks parts, and they're getting ripped off. The original hinges on these, as many of you Technics enthusiasts will know, they don't have sufficient borage hole for the brackets to fit on for attachment of these blue brackets that I've swapped. Originally they are black, but they weren't on, there was no brackets on, there was just that plate, and that plate has insufficient clearance for anything, and there was no tensioner bar. So in here is my old original parts of the deck which were inside. That's why you have to take the bottom off and go in, and I've got pictures should you be interested. These 4 came out, there's tensioner bars there, I bought extra by mistake, that go in behind these. The new ones that I've actually put in to allow that bracket to be fixed onto there, which then allows the lid to then hinge. Just quickly, bear with. Yep, and then that then slides in as such, and then I have a lid facility. The Mark V's didn't come with standard, the stock parts fitted didn't come with the option for you to fit them on. You actually do have to take it all apart to allow you to be able to fit different versions of these brackets, what I showed you there, that allow you then to fit that tensioner and yeah, put it all back together as such, and then put the lids on. So that's it. Quick one, scribes, just to let you know what you're looking for when you are if you are so inclined to purchase second-hand Technics. All right, thank you very much, much love. I hope you found that. Oh, one more thing to look at as well with the Frankindecks, then the Mark 5s will go up to 6mm lift on the arm. Sometimes you'll see that they'll go up to 5, but it will be claiming that it is a 1210 Mark 5. But then if it's a 1210 Mark 5 that also wants to go up to number 6, you check the potentiometer, that pad across there and that bit there, and then you check the solder as I shown you at the beginning on these points. If they are soldered, cable tied, trying to make it look like original, when that's a different board, then generally they are wound by machine and they are not soldered. So that's an area, them 2 poles, but to pay attention to. Thank you very much, much love, and ciao for now. Arrivederci.